last hadith, the English translation done by a Wahhabi is like this. Okay, since it is a Wahhabi, the man whose English translation is available online, the Sahih Bukhari all, he is a Pakistani Wahhabi who went to Saudi Arabia, and then he was given this task of translating. The hadith is like this. Translation. Abu Zubair heard Zubair bin Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu as saying, as he was asked about the place for entering upon the state of Ihram, that is the point of Miqat. When people from different areas of the world, they gather to perform Hajj, at one particular place they have to remove their normal clothes and put this cloth of Hajj, which is called Ihram. So he wanted to know about this place. So he said, I heard, and I think he carried it directly from the Rasulullah, that for the people of Medina, Zul Hulayfa is the place for entering upon the state of Ihram. That means those people who are from Medina, when they reach a point called Zul Hulayfa, there they have to change their clothes. Fine. For the people coming through Syria, it is Zuhfa. It is Juhfa. Okay, that is a place. And for the people of Iraq, it is Zabt al-Irq. For the people of Iraq, it is Zabt al-Irq. And for the people of Najd, it is Qarn. And for the people of Yemen, it is Yala Malam. My dear brothers, this hadith is very clear that for our blessed Prophet, Najd was different from Iraq, because he fixed two different points for people of Najd and Iraq. Had Najd meant the same as Iraq, Prophet would have not told. He in fact told two different points. Sahih Muslim, Kitabul Hajj, the book of pilgrimage, book number 7, hadith number 2666. There are also hadiths similar in Sunan Nisa'i and other books of hadith in which Prophet clearly demarcated the area of Najd and Iraq. So the Wahhabis cannot play this song that Najd is Iraq. And of course, you all have seen in Google what is Najd. You all have seen it. And after this, we also need to see other evidences. As we said, we will be looking into other evidences also, that what is the proof of Najd not being Iraq. The word meaning of this Arabic word Najd is high ground. An elevated area, high ground. If you look atlas, it will be very clear. If you look at the atlas, it will be very clear. Open your atlas, the geographical atlas, see the region of Iraq and see the region of Saudi Arabia. You will find the central region of Saudi Arabia is the whole elevated ground. You can see this also in the photograph on Google also. So this is the third proof that the Najd is Saudi Arabia. Also the medieval Islamic geographical, for example, Ibne Khurradillah and Al-Masalik wal-Mamalik, these were the great geographical people, the geographers who made map of that region. All of them, they limited the extent of Najd at Wadi al-Rumma or to the deserts to the south of Al-Madain. There is no indication that the places in which the second wave of sedition, the Ridda, such as Kufa and Basra, were associated in the mind for the Muslims with the term Najd. And the fourth, and the fifth is very clear, the hadith which say about, in which Prophet pointed towards east and said the fitna will come from here. In fact, this hadith supports our point. This hadith supports our point. A straight line, if you look at the map, drawn to the east of Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara, does not pass anywhere near Iraq, but it passes some distance to the south of Riyadh. the present capital of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, through the exact center of Najd. You can open your map and look at this. My dear brothers, so we have seen Ibn Abdul Wahab Najdi al-Tamimi, who was born in the tribe of Tamim in the area of Najd in the year 1700, whose progeny, as the Prophet said, they will recite Quran but it will not go below their throat. They will kill Muslims but leave idolaters. Now you all can see this, what happened in 1992. This is very important to mention. The late Wahhabi Sheikh Ibn Baz, what he did, he made a fatwa in 1968 against the president of Egypt, who was Nasser. President Nasser invited few of the Russian soldiers for the construction of Aswan Dam. So this Ibn Baz issued a fatwa that this is an act of kufr because you have invited non-Muslim engineers for the construction of dam. Fine, well said. My dear brothers and sisters, same Ibn Baz issued a fatwa in 1992 that not only USA forces can come and stay in Saudi Arabia, but they should also get full infrastructure support. They killed Muslims in Iraq, Kuwait. Remember the hadith which we have just seen from Sahih Bukhari. They would be hard upon believers and very soft upon the idolaters and non-believers. So we have seen the first instance in which Ibn Abdul Wahab Najdi killed innocent Muslims. We don't speak here with logic. Open any book of history written by an Indian historian, a Pakistani historian, a Yemeni, an Egyptian, a Syrian, a Indonesian, a American, anyone, and see what happened. Except a Wahhabi scholar, because now they are even changing the history books. After fabricating books like Riyadus Salihin, they are now even trying to change the history. So we don't speak with our desire. Speak and go and read history and come back. The Mufti of Makkah at that time, Ahmad Zaran al-Mufti, Shaykhul Islam of that time, he wrote an article called Fitnatul Wahhabiyya. Who was this man? He was not a normal man. Shaykhul Islam of his time, Ahmad Zaran al-Shafi, who was the Mufti, he wrote a book called Fitnatul Wahhabiyya, which has been translated into English and it is online, in which he told that the brother of Ibn Abdul Wahab Najdi, whose name was Suleiman, was the first person to refute, and his own father also refuted, his own father, and also one of the teachers of Ibn Abdul Wahab Najdi, one of the teachers of Ibn Abdul Wahab Najdi, whose name was Al-Ashi Al-Misri, his own Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Latif, his own Sheikh, he was the one to warn Muslims. You can check this, Fitnatul Wahhabiyya by Ahmad Zaran al-Shafi. He wrote a book, Fitnatul Wahhabiyya. So my dear brothers, he killed innocent Muslims. In 1992, Ibn Baz invited the American soldiers. Now the last thing before we wrap this. Last thing. We all know what is Starbucks. Starbucks is the Jew